Welcome to the Black Delegates podcast. I am your host, the Black Ryan. We are I'm here with Ghetto Phenom.
What's poppin'?
Box Wine Poppy.
What's up, fellas? I'm here.
And we are here for episode 47. Episode 47, today's date is January the 14th, 2019. So how y'all been doing, man? It's another week gone by, another interesting week. Y'all ready to get into these topics?
Yeah, we're gonna do Week in Blackness. Or we're just going straight to topics.
Guess after we do Week in Blackness, if y'all had a Week in Blackness, what you have, Paul?
I got a Week in Brownness for you right here. Okay, so
all right.
First of all, props to the Black Delegates because look, I was looking back at my little history of all the podcasts we recorded. We've been doing this for about a year now, exactly over a year. So we've hit the 1 year mark. We didn't celebrate that, but props to us for actually doing this and showing up consistently, the three of us, week in and week out, through all the trials and tribulations trying to get this thing started. But yeah, a whole year, man. Which hey, who knew this was gonna last this long?
Technically, it's January the 26th was the date we started.
Close enough, man. We right there.
Okay.
We right there.
That's okay. You know, early birthday. Some old people say their birthday lasts a month. So maybe for you, our anniversary lasts for a whole month.
Anyway, so let me get into my week in Brownness, and I got this is I'm gonna call this my weekend in immigrantness. This is what I'm gonna call it. Okay, so this is last week. So man, everybody has this thing where you have your alarm set on your phone or whatever like that. Maybe you got your alarm clock, whatever like that. So we got the wife got to get up and get the kid ready. Sometimes things just don't go according to plan. So last week, I wake up, I oversleep 20 minutes or so. So I'm all discombobulated and wake up, jump into the shower, get ready, do all the things I need to do. Get the hair right, get the clothes on, blah blah.
Wash with no towel.
All that, man, all that. So get to work. Things are going well. It's really cold because it's winter here, obviously. So I got the sweater on. I got like a work shirt with underneath a sweater. And in my office they got the heat cranking because it's winter outside. So they got the heat going. It's a little warmer than I like usually, but I don't say anything. I just rock with it. Get some cold water. I'm good. Also, I should add to this that my office, where it faces, it's like in a high-rise building. So I've got a like glass windows. Whole side is all glass. So like 10 feet of glass. Maybe 10 feet across or whatever the size of the room is.
Big baller office.
It's not. No, it's not. It's not a big baller office. It's not the corner office. Believe me, it's just a regular office. But it's just all glass. So during certain times of the year, the sun really shines on that side of the building. So it amplifies the heat, so it just makes it a little bit warmer. So I got to have the door open. Like I said, I'm usually drinking some cold drink or something like that, but I'm rocking. Anyway, get to work, 7 o'clock, cool. 8 o'clock, cool. 9 o'clock, cool. 10 o'clock, start going. I'm like, man, is somebody cooking in the break room? I'm not sure. So I'm like, okay, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock comes. I'm like, man, it's starting to get musty. You ever sit there and smelt yourself, dog?
No.
Yeah, you got to.
Look. See, Ryan's. This is a black brother, but he's essentially a hairless black brother. He's got a little mustache, but I don't think Ryan can grow a full beard like Ish and me. Like me and Ish have the body hair issue. So we have the keeper of the funk is the body hair, and so I've definitely got that going.
Shout out to keepers of the
funk. And so, fam,
right.
I forgot to put on the deodorant. It was the worst
I had
thing.
A feeling this
yes, that's what. So I forgot to put on deodorant, and so around 10 o'clock I started smelling myself, but I didn't know it was me. Around 11 o'clock I definitely noticed it was me because, like I said, it was hot, and I'm like, dog, I smell like one of them. No offense to my Indian brothers, but I smelled like one of those Indian dudes. That you
smell like curry.
You get a whiff of. Oh man, no, I smelled like a dude straight off the train from New Delhi or something like that, dog. I was funky. So it's like 11:30. Me and some guys from work, we usually go to lunch around 12. So I'm like, man, what am I gonna do? I'm smelling myself. I know I stink. And so there's like a CVS like way down there. I'm like, man, do I go get some deodorant? I'm like, nah, that ain't gonna do it, man. I need to take care of this first before we go. I ain't gonna have time. I gotta take care of this first. So dip into the bathroom, and I gave myself the Puerto Rican shower. So go there, get a bunch of paper towels. Put some hand soap on there.
So it's kind of like when you shower normally.
Yeah, put a bunch of.
You had a towel either way.
But it's the cheap hand soap, and get some of those paper towels. Put them on. Put some soap on the paper towel. But this is my fatal. This is where it gets funny. So I step into the bathroom stall. To do my bit, I'm gonna take the sweater off. I'm gonna loosen up the shirt. I'm not gonna get butt naked in there, but I'm just gonna take off the shirt, and I'm just gonna I'm gonna hit the pits real quick. So I do that. In the course of doing that, I forget to lock the stall.
Oh snap!
So.
Are you in the handicap stall? So you're in the big joint?
Fam, I'm always in the handicap stall, dog. Bro, I got a wide stance. Hey, Hispanic man, we got a wide stance, so I'm always in the Hispanic stall. It's only a 2-stall restroom for the men up on that floor, and so dog, you got to have the executive stall there. So I need a little room to spread out. But yeah, man, I'm in there, but I forgot to lock it. I'm just like, well, I'm only gonna be in here like a minute. I'm just gonna throw the sweater off, hit the pits real quick, and then toss this stuff. Dog, as if on cue, mid got one arm up, shirt half unbuttoned, mid armpit wipe, door opens up, coworker, dog. I'm like, like I couldn't even explain what I'm doing. I was just like, and we just our eyes locked, and I'm like, I'm looking at him, and I started getting like the Jordan Peele, the sweat going.
Right.
Like, don't ask me no question. But anyway, man. So but we had a good joke about it. I was like, oh man. So I tried to explain the story. The dude, he was an older dude. He wasn't really trying to hear it. He just thought I was like some creepo dude in there doing something weird. So I got to take that L, man. But hey, I got wiped off. I still kind of smelt myself at the whole time at lunch. You got to kind of get like a funky smell, or you've been like a smoker, and just kind of like it just lingers. And so like I was clean. I felt I was clean, but still had that lingering odor scent. So went to lunch with the dudes. I wasn't saying nothing to my boys at work, just like trying to play it off. But as soon as we got back to the office after lunch, I ran over to the CVS, got me some deodorant, some little cheapo Degree, and slapped it on there. And I'm leaving at the office. So now if this ever happens again, I will avoid the situation. So lesson learned. Bring deodorant. Bring a little bathroom travel kit and leave it in your office. Because you never know when these little situations might pop up. But yeah, that's a long-winded story, man. But I hope you all enjoyed it.
Ever had that happen to you before, Ish?
Yeah, I think so, man. So I agree with Paul. You definitely gotta keep a little deodorant somewhere, in the car and at the office or something, because you never know it when that's going to happen, if you run out or if you forget to put it on. And, I've had plenty of times where, like Paul said, I had to smell myself like, wait a minute, like something's funky, like let me see. And luckily, 9 times out of 10, it's not me. It's somebody else funky that's so funky that it make you smell yourself. But I think it's happened, a time or two where, like I said, I ran out of deodorant, I forgot it, and then... No,
as much as you be hooping, I know it's got to smell.
Oh, man. No, man, I deodorize, man. It ain't happening when I'm hooping, but like I say, it's happened a time or two where I just forgot I ran out, and then, you forget you ran out. You say, oh, well, on the way to work, I'm going to stop and grab some, and you forget, and then you start to get a little warm, and you start to notice, but... See, yeah, I feel your pain.
Yeah. I got all the bad comments. I'm naturally hot all the time. Like my body heat is just always warm. I'm hairy, and then I'm just active. And then man, that combination is not good. So I get this little funk every now and then, but I always try to take care of it. Man, dudes that are hella funky, like how does I've been in some train stations, planes, man. I just don't understand how people do it. I don't see how how do you not know that's you, dog? How? Anyway,
because you think it's somebody else.
No, man, there ain't no way.
Well, some
man.
people just used to it. That's how they smell all the time.
Yeah, word, man. Like I smell people that are ripe. Like I've been on a plane before with a dude stunk up the whole plane for like 3 hours to Dallas. The whole plane was smelling like this one dude.
Man, See, this is why I live by the mantra of always be prepared. I think ever since like I got my first job, and the first time you do that, you know, I was probably 19 working in an office, and you forget to put on deodorant, which is easy to do because it's one of those situations where like that's the first thing I do in the cabinet when I wake up in the morning. So if I miss that step, like if somebody interrupts me or Trenton knocks on the door or something, it's real easy to skip that. So what I've been doing for years and years and years is I always keep a little half a deodorant thing in my drawer. So no matter what happens, I have one. Can't keep it in your car because it'll melt in the summertime. So you got to watch that. I used to do that, and that mug melted. So don't do that no more. Can't keep chapstick in the car.
Aerosol, player. Not if
I don't like that.
No,
I don't like
man.
that. You dissing Degree, but Degree is great. So
Man.
I like it. That's my choice.
Any of those gels, any of those aerosols, man, that tears my skin up, man. I'll be burning.
Yeah, I can't do gel. I'll start itching. Yeah. So I only do the white joints. So Degree always works. So if you're listening, we need sponsors. You know, Degree antiperspirant.
Man, get that out of here. Degree Lee, your shirt all jacked up underneath.
I'll take it. I'll take it any day.
With the aerosol, get the non-irritant Dove, bruh. That's what you need in your life. Non-irritant Dove spray.
If I don't wear deodorant, like I get hot and I feel it. I feel hot. So it don't take long for me to figure it out.
I guess the benefit for Paul in that story, though, you talked about how uncomfortable it was. You know, that OG walked in where you had your arm up and you're putting the deodorant on or whatever. But what would have happened if he walked in and you said y'all came to that moment where you locked eyes? What would have happened if he would have shut the door and stayed inside and locked it like afterwards, like, oh, yeah, okay, this is what it is, and just shut that door and locked it? Then what would you have done?
I don't know, man.
That's a strange comment to make, man.
But dog,
what? I can't believe you just said that.
like if he said you need a hand and just stepped on it. Right.
Let's hope that doesn't happen.
That's what it doesn't happen. But yo, man. Well, you know, like I really, you know, because he was kind of shamed too, because like that's the stall, like that's the stall for number 2 for serious business number 2s, man. So first of all, I'm in there. I'm violating because I'm not in there doing serious business number 2s. I'm in there doing some weird shit, and my man's in there trying to take a wild dump. So it was crime on crime in there, man. Both of us were wrong, but he had a right to be there, and so yeah, man, it was just awkward, and so he just kind of tried to play it off and go pee or something like that. I was like, no, man, I'm about to go up out of here. It's like, go on, do what you got to do, man. But
that's
uncomfortable.
That's been one of my great fears too, because I have used that big stall to change. Like if I was going to the gym on lunch or something like that, or right after work, I have used that handicap stall to change before, and that's always my biggest fear. Like, ooh, I hope somebody don't come in here and try to open the door. Even though I always lock it, it's still like you just don't even want somebody to come in and have that appearance of,
word,
man, what are you doing in here?
Yo, and I've had people like try to come to the door when you're in there, and then they try to like rattle the door, but it's locked. But you're just like, okay, it's right. But one day it's all gonna happen to us where there's gonna be an actual handicapped person trying to use it.
Look, man, and we just gonna have a stirring contest when I come out, because guess what? I always use the handicap stall. I'm a big dude. I ain't got time to be trying to slide around that door, step next to the toilet, then come in there. Man, get out of here with that. All toilet stalls need to be big so I can move around. And I get comfortable up in there. I'm taking my shirt off. I'm hanging it on the coat so I can feel that cool bathroom air. You know what I'm saying? On your wife beater. Yeah.
That's a violation right there. What are you talking about?
Bathroom stall,
I ain't
bro.
say naked. I just take my shirt off, man. Go down to the wife beater.
How many shirts you got on, Blair? Oh man, look, man, and the big stall, it's got a big crack in the, you know, like a big old like 2-inch crack. You can see everything through that thing. Oh man, it's awkward. Anyway, office bathrooms. We get off the subject, man. What's up with you, Ish?
Ishmael, Week in Blackness.
My Week in Blackness. You know, we had Snowmageddon here in St. Louis this weekend, where we got about a foot of snow, and a lot of times when it's predicted that we're going to get all this snow, we really don't. Right. So I was a little bit skeptical on whether we were going to get the snow or not, but we did. Like Ryan well, I think was talking about before we started the show. Friday night we got a bunch of snow. Saturday morning as well. So for the most part, I was in the house this weekend. I didn't go out too much. I did actually end up getting another whip, and actually it happened just in time for the snow. End up getting a CRV, little all-wheel drive joint. So I got that Thursday, and then the snow hit on Friday. So just going, and of course, anytime you go get a new car, you got to sit there. I think I got to the dealership at like 3:30. Didn't leave out of there till about 9 o'clock.
Man, I hate that.
You got to be there all day. I don't
all
understand.
Day.
I don't understand. What are they doing?
Yeah.
They trying to wear you down, man. It's basically just wearing you. It's just basically wearing you down.
Was you negotiating ish? Was you going back and forth?
You got to.
Oh, absolutely.
You got to.
You know, and part of it, I drove a couple of different vehicles, so that was part of it. But yeah, it was definitely a back and forth. And at one point, I actually texted my wife, and I was like, I guess I'm coming back home in the same car. I was like, it don't look like we gonna be able to reach a deal. So I was like, so I'll probably be home soon in the same car, because the numbers were so far apart. And I was just like, he's like, well, can you come up? Can you help me out a little bit more? And I said, nope.
No.
I said, that's my number. I said, if you can't come down to that, I was like, I'll go. I said, I don't have to get a car today. Like, I got time. So I was like, no, if y'all can't meet my number, I said, I'll just, I'll holler at y'all later. I'll go search some other places. And of course, he came back and said, oh, well, you got a great deal. And I actually did use the Snowmageddon in my negotiation, because I was like, look,
What?
I said, it's supposed to snow this weekend. I said, y'all not going to sell no cars the next 2-3 days.
Word.
I said, so,
Would that even make a difference to them?
Yeah, because it's all about moving volume, man. It's all about moving volume. And if they can make a sale a day or a sale a week, that's it. And if there's a dead week, then there's no money on the table, no food on the table for them.
Yeah, if you go like 3 days without really selling any cars, like that's a big dent. I'm sure they can make it up, but they want to sell cars every day.
So always shop for cars before a snowstorm.
There you go.
Right.
Yo, I'm actually
advice.
starting the process of looking for cars. I need to get the wife a new SUV for this year. So we test drove 1 or 2 cars already. But yeah, man, they just ask you all these questions like, they just trying to think like how they're gonna screw you over. All I did was go for a test drive like last week for one car, and the dude was like, what's your credit score? Like, what was the biggest payment you could afford last time? They all just trying to, like, you gonna trade it in? You gonna do this or that? It's like they just trying to figure out ways to screw you over on the front end. I'm like, dog, I ain't trying to hear all that. I'm just trying to test drive this car, man. Just let me test drive the car, and I'll be back when I'm ready to. And since then, I've had like 25 emails from the manager and all of them trying to, feel me out. Oh, you want to come back in? You want to try this? Love to have you back out here. Man, get away from all that stuff. I hate that. I hate shopping for cars, man. Not that I've done it a lot, but I just hate it. Miserable experience.
Man, it's three of y'all, man. What you need an SUV for? Just get you a Mini Cooper.
Dog, you cannot believe how much bags. You cannot believe how many bags the wife will take. Man, look, fam.
She's got bags.
Plural, dog.
Yeah.
Man,
go ahead, Itch. My bad. We don't want to hijack your weekend blackness, man.
No, I mean, that pretty much was it. Snowmageddon and get the new whip. And one other thing about the car, the pastor at church, he's a big car nut. And so anytime somebody gets a new car, he drives it around the church parking lot and all that. So he did that. I let him drive it around. And so he told me, so we had that foot of snow. By Sunday, the roads were clear. But like at church, half the lot was plowed, and then the bottom half really wasn't touched. And so he's like, well, make sure you got this all-wheel drive. He's big on all-wheel drive. He's like, make sure you go down there in that snow, and drive around so you know what your car can do. So I was like, all right, that's good advice, because he's saying like do it. He's saying like do it in a safe place where if you get stuck, it's people that can help you, as opposed to being out on the road and get caught in it. So I drove down there, a foot of snow. I'm just weaving, bobbing, every which way. It handled it perfectly. So that was fun. Me and the wife got to roll around on all this snow, going up the hill, and didn't get stuck at all. But yeah, that was pretty much my week, man. What about you, Ryan?
All right. Let's see. Of course, Snowmageddon, like you mentioned. I had the opportunity to actually have some kids actually shoveled my driveway.
What?
Michaela's friend was over, or she was bored, and she was trying to find something for her little brother and her to do. So they came over to our house and they was chilling. Trenton and him was playing, and next thing I know, Kayla texted me and she's like, "Hey, my friend and her cousin want to shovel the driveway for $20." And I was like, "Yes, do they have Square Cash?"
Because I ain't got no cash on
Because I ain't got no cash. I wasn't finna stop on Friday. It was that bad. Like, I was lucky to get home. I was just like, I'm going to the house. Because I usually prepare myself and go ahead and pick up $40 or something. And then just, if somebody come by, I can give it to them. But she was like, "Yep, got the Square Cash." And I'm like, "You ain't got no job. How you got a bank account?" But anyway, they went ahead and shoveled that driveway. Did a good job, too. So was happy to give them 20. Even thought about giving them 20 more, but then I was like, nah, they need to learn their lesson.
That's the
I'm the black Ryan, and
right
I
there.
do not tip.
I actually was like, well, let me hold back this extra 20, so if it snow again tomorrow, I'll be like, hey, y'all can come back and do it again for another 20. So, yeah. So I told him whenever it snow, man, to come holler at me. I need some kids to cut my grass because I just thought about this. I was like, I make too much money to be doing this work.
Hey, join the club,
having other people do
brother.
What I'm wasting my time for, man.
Man, I've been telling you this for years, dog. What are you talking about?
Yeah. So,
man, you know what I said, because I shoveled mine, which it wasn't too crazy, but it's like everybody in my neighborhood was pulling out the snow blowers. Like, they just left and right. Every house I look at, they just got the snow blower, just going up and down the driveway, shooting it out. So I was like, oh, I got to up my game. I got to get this snow blower.
The snowblower is the white people flex, man.
We
That's
only
a flex.
need it once every 3 years. What's the point?
Exactly. But that's why I got to get one. So next time I'm not
space for
left
that.
out.
Man,
I'm out here doing all this manual labor, and they just zipping
That's
up
true.
and down the driveway in 3 minutes.
Man,
So
that's
you just
the
went
flex,
outside and shoveled?
man.
Yeah, I just went outside and shoveled.
dog.
Like Saturday night, like I said, we were in pretty much all day Saturday, but I knew I didn't want to get up early Sunday and do it. So Saturday night I just went out, and it wasn't too bad. It was sort of starting to melt, so it was getting a little icy, so it was heavy, but it came up pretty easy.
Yeah, God ain't finna catch me slipping, so I ain't going out there shoveling no snow. I ain't dying no sooner than I need to. I'm gonna die on my couch.
Look, man, if I went out there and shoveled snow, I'd definitely be funky as hell. I'd definitely smell like an immigrant as soon as I got done with that. I know that because I got a big driveway, so no, I ain't doing all that mess.
Right. So the other thing with it being so much snow on the ground, remember I was telling y'all about the story. I can put the listeners up on it and bring y'all up to speed. A couple weeks ago, my 5-year-old went down the YouTube rabbit hole.
Oh,
and
here we go, my
it
man.
went from Ryan's toy review to FGTV to Nicki Minaj, and next thing I know, it was all kinds of inappropriate looking cartoons on there. And then it looked like a stripper or something like that. It looked like somebody else was in like bra and panties. So yeah,
Asian housewives.
Right. He went down a rabbit hole, and some kind of way he ended up in adult land. So I got a chance to finally sit down. I had to go through, make sure to see what he saw with the wife. Like, what is this? Make sure he didn't see nothing too inappropriate. You know, YouTube is not like, straight up porn. That's not gonna happen. So I wasn't worried about it. Even though G tried to scare me like, oh no, you know what he saw. He never turning back. I was just like, man, it's YouTube. It's not that bad. So
Or it was funny because you were asking me and G, the two dirtiest guys on the group chat. How dirty was you two?
Yeah, how bad can it get? I mean, I figured language, and that's what I was more so worried about. That's why I went through. So every video that he watched all the way through, I sat down and watched it, skipping around. A lot of it was extra stupid.
Just
it was
for
like
research, huh?
Yeah. Seriously, you gotta know what your kid's looking at, man.
Now, Ryan, should I apologize and just let you know that I hacked into your boy's YouTube, and that's all my browser history.
If you hacked into it, that's lame. Extra lame, because there was a lot of them I was just like, this is stupid. I don't even know how little boys looking at this. It was like video games like drop this thing on the floor and make the lady bend over, and she's goes and covers her chest. It was so stupid. It was that kind of dumb stuff, or stuff that looked like y'all know that little game Minecraft. It was one of those, like the square dude, and that's not even no curves on there. He's a square dude, so is the lady. It's dumb.
But it's wild, man. It's like you click on one thing on that YouTube and it starts bringing up.
Yeah, it start bringing that stuff up.
Like
how I caught him. Yeah. When I caught him, remember I came in and I noticed that every time I walked into his room, he would be on the home screen, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" Because I got Roku's all through the house, and I'm like, "How come you're not watching nothing?" Every time I walk in here, it seemed like you just clicked on the home screen. And he was like, "Nothing." And I was like, "What are you watching?" And he was like, "FGTV." And so I didn't think nothing about it. Maybe I just caught him a couple times in mid home button. I don't know. So then I was like, I can look up and see what you've been watching on the history, right?
Oh, he ain't learned to delete
and
history, but
the face. No, he's 5. He don't know nothing about. He didn't know I could even look it up. And then the look on his face when I said that.
Oh, that was like, oh man, come on, you an amateur dog. You ain't supposed to tell him.
Yeah, that. So I was like, I was like, maybe I do need to look at your history. And I was like, well, give me the control. Let's see what's on there. And I was just talking. I thought it wasn't gonna be nothing, man. Yeah, but actually was trying to look.
Yo, Ish, I guarantee if Ryan goes out there and looks at his YouTube right now, his whole YouTube is gonna be how to delete history tutorials. Right. That's all it's gonna be.
He can't spell really or read yet, so I'm safe.
Oh, don't worry, it's coming. Don't worry, it's gonna be how to delete tutorials.
Roku got the voice search.
That's
so
word.
All YouTube apps. All YouTube apps have been removed from the TVs that he watches. And so anything that he watches, now he has to use his YouTube Kids app and send it to the TV.
Yeah, it is trash that Roku does not have a YouTube Kids app because we have.
Yeah, they need to get.
We haven't encountered that same issue, but I want just like the exclusive YouTube Kids for the Roku. But anyway,
and I don't understand why they won't do it.
And you can't really. I don't think you can cast it either. But anyway, it's just one. Of those things.
Yeah, you can. You can cast it because that's what I have him do.
Well, maybe I'll try that.
You can cast it.
Man.
That was pretty much
that's good parenting. It was actually a funny discussion, man. I was telling the wife about it. I was like, yeah, that'll be us one day, but fortunately not there yet. But had to plan for that stuff, man. It's gonna get worse from here. Trust me, Ron.
Right. I definitely got issues with him. All right, so let's get into these topics for real now.
Because we're already 30 minutes in, so we might have to cut some of these short.
It's fine.
All right.
So everything that's been in the news lately has been about the wall, build a wall, build a wall, build a wall. And y'all's president, y'all's man, has shut down the entire government. I don't know how many days it's been. I didn't hear about no change today.
24 days.
Okay. And last I heard, it was still going on. It's still going on.
It will be going on for a while.
Yeah. So do y'all think that he actually thinks that he's going to get this done by shutting down the government? Or is this just a like he has to flex and pump his chest out so his base will vote for him again?
Well, that's what he's doing. I mean, Ish might know the history too, but I mean, this is. I mean, they were already before Christmas. The House and Senate had essentially already agreed to a deal to fund the government for at least another 6-9 months, whatever it was. And it was no issue. And then some of these kind of like right-wing pundits started like basically calling Trump out and saying you haven't been getting enough of your wall. Where's your wall at? And he didn't like that, so he did this whole big show. And this is what this is about, man. It's just he got a show. They had already approved a year or two ago like $1.7 billion for like border security. I don't necessarily think it was all a wall, but it was border security, and that was already in there. But now he wants, basically another $5 billion extra on top of that for the wall, and so that's where this whole thing is at, man. It's just the $5 billion, $5.7 billion, whatever it is, it's only a small portion. That's only a small portion of what he wants for a wall. So no matter what, he's not getting a wall. If he gets the money or not, he's not getting a full wall. He's getting a piece of the wall, and I still think that's ridiculous as well. But anyway,
right.
Yeah, man, he's getting. There really is no good way out of this, and it's gonna drag on for at least a couple more weeks, unfortunately.
What you think?
Well, the crazy thing is when Paul was talking about the history, I think maybe even a year ago they had come to an agreement where he was going to get like $24 billion for the wall or for border security, and they had agreed to take care of the dreamers. They were going to let the dreamers get that path to citizenship.
Yeah.
Democrats were going to give them almost $25 billion for the wall. Trump agreed to it. And then he started to get that kickback, like Paul said, from the far right, and then he nixed that whole deal. So you could have had $24 billion. you could have had whatever $2 billion, and now you got nothing. And so now it is all his pride. You know, he wants to do whatever he can. He's talking about calling a national emergency. He did that little lame TV thing that he did. I don't know if y'all watched it. I definitely didn't, but trying to call it a crisis, a national crisis and all this. Yeah. But it's definitely just a flex move on him, trying to prove that he's so tough, and he feels like his voters, even when he loses, because he's not going to win.
So is the Senate
will feel like they fought for him? He fought for him.
Is the Senate totally out on the $24 billion they offered before?
Oh yeah, they're not giving them $5 billion now. So
now, okay, so they've gone back on it. They're not even going to do that. Okay.
No.
And how much was the wall supposed to cost?
I'm sure. I mean, I think I think what estimates I read is probably 30, 40 billion, and that's just to build it. That's not even like annual maintenance, because I mean, just to have it staffed. $40 billion. Yeah.
Hey man, come on.
Come on, man. Think how long that is, man. It's a long.
I'm just saying it's stupid. That's all I'm saying. Can we get a fence? Is a fence cheaper?
I mean, that's kind of what he's been. That's kind of where they tried to change the narrative like a week or two ago. It was like, oh, it's not going to be concrete. I never said it was going to be concrete. It's going to be steel slats and all this stuff. So it's basically a fence, and he's fine with that. I think he just wants something. If you just put like a piece of like tape,
if it's a chain link fence, I'm okay with it. Just get some fence out there.
At first, he said it had to be concrete. It was going to be concrete. And then he just changes.
He just changes every day. It had to be invisible. It had to be see through, but it had to be like
invisible wall.
It had to be 10 foot high. I mean, we're literally not even talking about. I mean, like, okay, you ran on a wall, and which is impractical. But you kept saying the whole thing was somebody else is going to pay for it, and you ain't
really not somebody else. Mexico.
Right. Somebody else is going to pay for it, but I'm just keeping the name out of it. But Mexico was going to pay for it. And now it's, are they going to pay for it through, basically all he's doing is making us front the money. And then some kind of way, through some kind of trickle down voodoo economics, that Mexico is going to over time pay for this through this trade deal. That's not the way this stuff works. This man has no understanding of the concept of economics. So this is not happening.
Oh, he knows.
He knows. Yeah, he's just lying. Lying. Right.
And the crazy, or go ahead.
No, go ahead. You're right. Go ahead, man.
Well, the crazy thing about it, which is initially what I put here on our board, is there actually was a guy. It's a former military guy. I think he was like a Purple Heart. What's his name? Brian Kofage or Kofagi. I don't know how to say his name. But he did this GoFundMe account.
Yeah.
And he said, look, the Democrats are not going to give Trump the funding to do the wall. So you know what? I'm going to set up a GoFundMe. We're going to raise $1 billion, and we're going to give that money to the government to build a wall. And so he set up this GoFundMe, and the conservatives were left and right. These are the same people that said Mexico's going to pay for the wall. They were going in their bank accounts, giving $100 here, $50 there, $20 here, $10 there, and they raised $20.5 million, which, despite the fact that it's way short of that $1 billion goal, still pretty impressive that you got enough racist people to donate $20 million for this wall.
It is, but the dude that put that together, I read some stuff. That dude's kind of a shady dude. He's definitely said some inflammatory stuff, and I guess more recently, like in the last few days, I guess they're going to give all the money back because it really wasn't. There was no substance to it. There was really no way to do that, to actually put that money toward the wall. So I think
can't give the government money like that, gang.
I don't think so. So I think I think GoFundMe is going to reissue all that money. So it was all wasn't that right? Or maybe I'm reading that wrong. Oh, you got to hear.
They said GoFundMe was going to give it back.
Right. Like you said, the guy is pretty shady, which the fact that he's supporting Trump in this whole wall in the first place.
Yeah, forget that part.
Surprise there that this guy's going to be shady. Yeah. So he said that after investigating, he figured out, like you said, you can't give that money to government, or the government can't take it, they can't process it, or it would take a bunch of legal hoops to jump through. So what he did
it would cost $1 billion to process the $21 million.
Right. He formed a nonprofit group about building the wall, and then he said, well, I'm just going to transfer this money
to my
$20 million to my nonprofit.
Right.
That I
Okay.
So that's when
genius.
GoFundMe was like, look, no. They said, well, what we'll do is, they said, we'll refund anybody's money who wants it. They said if people want to be able to donate to your nonprofit, then they can go and click and tell us to do that. But they said otherwise, we're giving the money back. So he tried to pull a fast one to raise that money, talking about he's going to build a wall, and then just formed a company where he could take that money himself.
Yeah, there's mad GoFundMe schemes out there. But just to be clear, if people out there listening, whoever is listening, the Black Delegates, we do support border security, or tough, or firm immigration law, fair immigration laws. But this wall is the dumbest thing in the world.
Right.
I just want to get that out, because this kind of brings Ryan into it, because Ryan's made this point before. He's supporting, like, hey, we should be secure, and people just can't come and go like that and things like that. We're generally for all that stuff. But a wall,
open borders.
Yeah, a wall. Well, yeah. We shouldn't have open borders, but I mean, there's got to be some kind of reciprocal system. I mean, it's just some of this stuff, all this vitriol and hatred and kind of against brown people. It's just tough, man. It unfortunately doesn't look like it's going to go anywhere. People are just threatened because they're losing jobs, and I get it, man. I get why people are scared. Mostly people aren't coming over here to bother you. Should there be some more requirements about who can come in and at least know who they are and just can't come across the border? I get you, but is a wall really necessary? I don't know, man.
It's not even about losing jobs. Like, most of the people who are against the wall, they didn't lose jobs to immigrants. They just don't want brown people coming over. You don't hear any of this about the Canadian border.
No.
I don't know how much of a fence wall, whatever. I know there's some natural things that are obstacles over that. But the Canadian border, you don't hear us talking about building a wall there. Why? Because when you think about Canadians, you think about white folks,
right?
Even though it's a multi-ethnic country.
But also,
so if Donald Trump, I know y'all seen the memes. If Donald Trump said, "Hey, 1 week of work for all student loan forgiveness," would y'all go down there and work?
I don't have no student loans, so I ain't doing a damn thing.
That's because you already paid yours off, big baller.
Well, I didn't have that money back then, but
I'll take a couple weeks vacation and get it done. I'm just saying, I had to go down there, man. Like, hey, it's nothing against y'all. It's business.
Man, hey, if he's gonna do that, okay, man. If you're gonna get, that's gonna save us money because that's free labor. I guess I can. I'm not gonna say no to that.
It's technically not free labor, but yeah, it is.
It's free labor as far as coming out of my pocket.
They probably never gonna get that money from me.
Free. I mean, I'm when Sally Mae charges you interest as a student on your loan. I'm not seeing a dime of that Sally Mae income. That's going to Sally Mae shareholders and stuff like that. So I mean, but I'm a taxpayer, so I don't want to pay for the wall because I don't think it's necessary. So if you're going to make my tax dollars go toward the wall, but you're going to offset it with some kids coming down there to pay off their student loans, if that's what you want to do, I guess more power to you. I don't think it's going to make a hill of beans difference, and I don't think it's effective. But if it saves me some money and it's going to be happening anay, I'd rather that. What if they?
Now this one's gonna be a little more off color. Let's say that. Do you think? What if they promised citizenship to illegals to help build a wall?
Oh shit!
Do you think anybody would go build a wall?
Fam, that wall be done next week on time. Straight. That wall be done next week.
I was just curious, man. Like, cause it's an interesting proposal. You'd be like, well, at least I'll be over here. But even though, maybe that's the way you came in, I don't know.
Bro, go to a hotel. Who is working these low end jobs, man? Cleaning a hotel and doing the jobs we don't want to do, man. I look back look back in whatever favorite restaurant you go to. Look in the back of the restaurant, man. Who's back there taking out the trash, busting the tables? It's brown people, brown and black people, man. There's a lot of hard working people in there. So, man, if you gave them a chance for like full citizenship, I'm sure you get a ton of people in there. But the problem is that, and this goes back to the real issue, man. There's just not the economies and the job opportunities and the standard of living in those countries that we're talking about these people coming from. It's so bad that they got to come here. The violence, whatever, man. Most people just come here to look for a better way of life. Are there some criminals mixed up in there, or that would turn to criminals? Yes, because they don't have any better options. But man, if you help build those countries, push them further along, I think that's why Canada don't have this problem, because Canada's got it good, man. They got healthcare, they got jobs. It's good, man. They got low crime. That's why nobody's coming across that border. But so it's just these brown people, and they're getting picked on, man. It's messed up, man. Anyway,
it would take us. How many years would it take to build that wall? Straight up.
Oh, I'm sure a decade.
It'd be 2, 3 presidents down the line before that thing.
Dog, come on, come on. You live in the loop. How long does it take to fix one part of an of a highway? And
2 years.
Yeah, right. Word. Okay, so think about that.
Yeah.
Think about that.
But it also didn't cost $100 billion. They might do it a little faster.
I mean, my thing is not okay. The wall. If you're gonna get free labor, okay, this pie in the sky stuff, great. But my thing is just think how much it's going to cost to maintain it. You're going to have security at all kinds of points, cameras, whatever. You're going to have cars going up and down it. It's just ongoing cost and maintenance.
Wait a minute, cars going up and down, and we're not driving on the wall.
I mean, but you still gonna have to drive along it. I mean, you don't know where somebody's gonna try to breach it at. So what you gonna do?
Oh, okay, I got you.
You know what I'm saying? I mean,
just
you got
patrolling.
Right, patrols, right. But you're gonna have to have stations somewhere along there. Every 10 miles or whatever you're gonna do, right?
We need guard towers. We need gunships.
Word. That's people. Yeah, you need drones or whatever you're gonna do. It's ridiculous, man.
But the crazy thing is that when you talk about all the reasons they claim they want the wall, like drugs and people overstaying their visas, most of those people, and Paul said it plenty of time before, they come over via airplane. Most drugs are flown across the border. They're not carried across the southern Mexico border. So the wall is not going to solve a majority of the problems that you claim are the reason that you
look, Ishmael, Trump never told us how high the wall would be. He planned on it going to space. Yes. It's going to cost $500 trillion instead.
Well, good luck with that, man. I won't be alive to see the end of this wall, God willing. So
I think Trump's trying to build that the wall from Game of Thrones. He's been watching too much Game of Thrones, bro. He's trying to build that big.
We can have a night watch. We can have a night watch there. Just send criminals there,
right.
And if you leave, you're beheaded. Oh man.
He's trying to keep the brown walkers out.
Yeah.
Man, just 5.7 billion. There's so many better things we could put to use out there. So.
Yeah, so if you're an idiot and you gave money to the GoFundMe to build a wall,
you're trash.
You got scammed.
Right. And you're trash. Yeah, that's word.
But speaking of walls, a man at a local McDonald's wish he had a wall after Danielle Taylor got a hold of his face. Y'all heard this story from St. Petersburg, of course. They from Florida because all the craziest stuff happens in Florida. They said that whose story is this? I'm gonna let y'all intro it.
I think it's Ish's.
Is this your story?
Yeah. Right. This is one I put on there, and this actually was something really. Last week is when it really hit the social media rounds, but yeah, let's see. Brenda, I don't know how to say her last name.
It ain't Brenda B. It ain't important.
Brenda B. Was at a McDonald's and she saw that there was a man and a white fellow and a black McDonald's cashier, and they were having words. The man was upset that he did not get a straw for his drink.
Oh, dang, that's what it was about?
Yeah, it was about a straw. So he went back to the lady, or what happened is he went to the little straw dispenser, pushed it down, and no straw came out.
Because there's a new law, right? There's a new law.
Yeah, wow. So he was upset. He went to her and he said, "Hey, lady, there's no straws in there. I need a straw." And she told him, "Hey, there's a new law here in Florida. They're trying to get rid of straws, the plastic waste."
Oh,
so
that's right. Okay.
There's like a law that inside the store that you can't give customers straws unless they ask for one. So you can't just give them one. You can't put them in those little bins anymore. But if they ask for one, to give you one. Well, anyway, he went to the lady, said, "Why are there no straws?" She told him about the law. He said, "There's no such law." They started arguing, and all of a sudden, he just grabbed her by the shirt and just pulled her halfway across the counter.
Word.
You know, this drunken white man, he was so upset about this straw that he thought he was going to put hands on this young black woman. Well, this young black woman, she was ready for it. And when I say she beat this boy down, I mean, she got herself together. She gathered herself. She told him to let her go. When he didn't, she just went full Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier, any boxer you can think of. She just bust that boy head wide open. So, Ryan, what did you think? I'm sure you saw the video that went around social media. Of course, everybody check the show notes if you haven't seen it or you need a refresher. But Ryan, what did you think about it at that point?
Yes. At first, I was worried because he snatched her up, and I was like, "Oh man, like please don't hurt this little girl on this video." But nope, I was wrong. I should have been saying, "Please don't hurt this white man on this video," because old girl went to work. 1, 2, 3, 4. She must have been counting them hits on his nose, man. But old boy took the punches. He took the punches like a G, and then he just like slowly let her go. The only thing that disturbed me about the video was all the young brothers standing around that didn't do nothing. You not finna snatch up some little girl while I'm standing there, bro, and I ain't separating y'all immediately.
Man,
So
we don't match
that was my only thing. But clearly she didn't need no help. Maybe they knew. Maybe she already done tatted somebody up that they know about. She got a rep. Maybe it was like that, and they was just like, "Hey man, you messing with the wrong chick." They probably told her like, "Dog, you need to chill. You need to chill. You don't know who that is? That's the gooch."
Yo, man, props to the girl for defending herself and beating this man down. And if you don't watch the video, the dude is a big dude, and the girl is, she's average size. She's not a petite little girl necessarily, but she's not huge either. But the dude is mad bigger than her. And but the thing I didn't like is, like you said, the dudes didn't come help him. But on top of that, yo, did you see the part at the end? When the co-workers, they're just kind of standing there, and after everything kind of settles down, the dude's kind of like in shock from getting whooped up on by the girl. they try to finish his order. I'm like, if you don't kick this man up, if you don't drop kick this man up outside
was like,
here,
"Is there anything else I can help you with, sir?"
Man, look, if there's anything else I can, let me give you a 2-piece. Let me give you these catch these gifted hands and walk up out of here, man. What are you talking about? Can I help you with finish your order, man? You don't get this dude just assaulted one of your employees. What the heck? You need to look. The girl needs to get a promotion. The manager is sitting there telling me, "Can I help you?" He needs to be fired.
And he asked him, did he want fries with that 10-piece?
Man, look.
What type of sauce do you want with that 10-piece, sir?
What is going, man? What place can you go into where you assault an employee over a straw, and then you still getting service, man? Look,
right. And he talking about, I demand a refund.
Yeah. So this whole McDonald's, they're nasty. Get them out of there. But yeah, the girl, props to her, but man, she needs to quit that place. That place ain't. I mean, yeah, we know about McDonald's anyway, but. Man, if your coworkers ain't backing you like that, man, come on, man.
Yeah, that obviously was the most disturbing part, is that nobody, like you said, they still tried to help him, or they tried to be nice to him, and clearly he's the one that started the altercation, even though he caught the worst end of it. He's the one that started. He's definitely the grown up. I don't know how old the girl was, but he's definitely the older adult. He started that. So, yeah, they should have definitely grabbed him, held him or something, wait till the police got there rather than trying to tend to his needs. Now, I did read that after the story, so basically what happened is a lady who recorded it, Brenda B., she ended up leaving because she had her daughter with her. She took her daughter out to the car or whatever. Was like, hey, it's getting a little too dicey. She came back in and she said that the man left. And so eventually the police did arrest him. They do got his mug shot here. They said
why he looking surprised?
Yeah, he's like a homeless guy, or a transient is what they say. So no,
just say homeless.
Yeah. And but they say he was drunk and he got to tripping. But yeah, a lot of people on social media did talk about why didn't the black men or the black boys that were in there jump in for it. But I feel like you said, Ryan, they felt like, hey, she got this. Like, she handling this on her own. But they still should have grabbed the guy and just held him to the
I hear you on this issue, but black man, just any man, you see a girl that's in there working, and some big dude is grabbing up on her for whatever reason, man. Even if they know each other, even if she stole something, just separate them and figure this out. But this dude, he definitely deserved his ass whooped by multiple people, by the whole restaurant.
Right.
The whole restaurant.
Exactly. They should have beat him down, but he got beat down. But he should have got it worse. But luckily, he was arrested. They did get that on video because if
they on video, it don't happen.
Captured it on video, then who knows how this story would have came. McDonald's has cameras, but of course, a lot of times law enforcement officials are gonna believe this white guy over these black employees. So good job getting that on tape.
Because of course he said he wants her fired.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
How you gonna say I want her fired? Come on, man. You started it.
Look, man, all I know is try that when I worked at Wendy's. Oh, man, you would got the dude, my boy Rob that worked the grill. Oh, man, that dude, I'm sure he was on work release right then, man. You give him the wrong eye on your double stack, and you were gonna you might catch heat. So this dude, he would been looking for an ass whooping right here, man. So, yo, man, be careful who you messing with in these restaurants, man. They don't play.
Yeah. And luckily, McDonald's didn't fire her. They said she did. She defended herself. She was within her rights. But if McDonald's does fire a young lady, then young lady, I hope you're listening to the Black Delegates podcast. Because if they fire you, I want you to hit me up immediately because I got a security job for you. You can be my personal security escort wherever I go because she got them hands.
Right. Speaking of hands, we got another good one for y'all.
It's all women beatdowns today. Let's rock.
It's all women beatdowns. This dude right here got a nice one. So let me see. Pulling up the story again. I had to refresh. UFC fighter Polyana. So even worse, you get beat down by a girl named Polyana, UFC or not, beats up an alleged robber and showed him who's boss. So this girl's a 26-year-old Brazilian. She was waiting on her Uber ride in Rio de Janeiro. And, old boy ran up on the wrong one. They said her UFC nickname is the Iron Lady. You don't want to run up on nobody called the Iron Lady.
Yo, man.
And, dude tried to come up. He asked her, what time it was. And she said he was still just hanging around. And ultimately, he was kind of like, give me your phone. And she's like, no. And, things escalated from there. And she ultimately gave him a beatdown.
Yo, my man.
Don't forget, he claimed he had a gun. He said,
oh, that's right. He had the cardboard gun.
I'm armed.
My bad. It's been a while since I read it. So it says,
yeah, he was armed, but it was like a cardboard gun, right?
Yeah, he put his hand over a gun, but she realized that it was too soft. And then she said that she didn't want him to have time to pull his gun out, so and it looked like a piece of cardboard to her. So she said she threw 2 punches and a kick. It was more than 2 punches and a kick, yo.
Yo, man, my man's face. You remember that episode of Martin when he got beat up by Tommy Hearns? You know what I'm talking about, Ish?
Yep.
And he comes out at the very end. Like that's how my man's face. Yeah. And he don't want to look at Gina. That's a throwback reference for all you Black Delegates fans out there. But yeah, man, this man's face looks like Sloth from the Goonies or something, man. I mean, he's got lumps everywhere, dog.
Right.
She said he fell after the 2 punches of the kick. She caught him in a rear naked choke. And she said, then I sat him down in the same place we were before.
And said, now we'll wait for the police.
That's a pretty gangster quote.
And she said that the mugger was scared I was going to beat him up more. Yes, judging by that man's face, I would be a little scared that I was going to get beat up more.
Right.
I mean, let's think about this for real. Like, if this is accurate, and I'm sure, when you get into a fight and you got that adrenaline rushing, maybe she threw more than what she say, 2 punches and a kick. Is that what she said?
Yep. 2 punches and a kick, and then a
2
rear
punches
naked choke.
And a kick. So maybe she threw more and she just don't remember. But let's think about it. If she got his face looking this jacked up from just 2 punches and a kick, like, can you imagine how lethal those punches and that kick were?
Word. Yo, man. Tore him up, man. Hey, got what he deserved, man. Don't mess with no women like this.
Hey, he ran up on the wrong one because he was like, oh, she kind of cute, maybe, get her phone. No, son, not today.
Now all of a sudden you gotta have reconstructive surgery on your cheekbones.
Right. I was listening on another podcast that was talking about. They said she weighed like 155 or something. Yeah. So she's not like huge or nothing like that. Yo, y'all think that y'all could handle yourself against a UFC fighter woman that's 155 pounds.
Hell to the man. Look, have you ever fought have you ever gotten in a fight with just your sister or a regular woman? Man, they throw haymakers.
Nope.
They ain't caring about nothing, man. Girls just go crazy when they get fight. If you just see a girl fight, man, it's just they scratch and claw. And there's just like no rules when women fight, man. So I don't know. I don't want to mess with no UFC female fighter. And straight up, when I see UFC fights and I see those women, like, what was the fight? Yeah, help me out. What was the fight the other week? The Chris Cyborg versus the other girl? I don't remember.
Right. I don't remember her name, but yeah, Cyborg.
But she knocked out Cyborg, right?
Out.
Knocked it, man. Like I really like. I can watch UFC a little bit. I'm not a big UFC fan, but man, when the women fight, I really just can't watch it, man, because it just hurts me to see like two women just going at each other that hard. And I'm like, they just don't have the. I'm not saying they don't have it, but man, it's just so harsh. And it's like, man, it's just like, it's brutal. It's too brutal for me. I can't watch the women UFC fighters, man. They get it knocked like when my girl, what's her name? The one that was the big star for a while, and then she got knocked out cold by Holly Holm. I couldn't watch that, man. It was tough.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking
about. I like how Dana White is the one that put this on Instagram.
Oh, for sure.
He put the picture up.
Oh man, it's good. That bumps up her, her draw. She gonna be like a headliner or something like that, probably.
Yeah, that went viral, so now everybody knows who she is. So, yeah, that's more money for her. So, shout out to what's her name?
Polyana. Hey man, her name's Polyana. You got beat up by a chick named Polyana, man. I know she tough, but that's messed up. That's the worst name.
Yeah, stick to the old grandmas, man. Stick to trying to stealing purses from the old grannies. Don't mess with these young girls that, she probably, the MMA fighters, they like the CrossFit people. They probably wearing like gear that has MMA on it. Like I do, something that tells you I do MMA. They just ain't wearing regular clothes. So this dude just pulled up on this girl. She probably.
He couldn't have been that stupid. No. She
probably
had on the dresses.
Bro, my man last week went into a karate dojo, fought a dude with a black belt on. That was the karate instructor. Like, dude, people are dumb out here, man. These criminals not geniuses, dude.
Good point.
Hey, real talk though, what this makes me think about, and again, nothing but props to Polyana for handling her business against that guy. But now with the UFC and MMA becoming so much more popular, it used to be like if you get into a fight, it was just about throwing the hands. Maybe you're going to get somebody going to wrestle with you a little bit, but for the most part, it's about throwing the hands. Like now, even though I'm not out here in these streets fighting like that, I feel like I need to learn some takedown defense. Like I need to learn how to defend a rear naked choke. Because it's like whenever this stuff is happening, like once they get you in that choke, it's nothing you can do about it. If you haven't practiced that, somebody puts you in a choke move, like you're just out. Like you got to stop doing what you're doing or you're going to sleep.
Yep, pretty much, man. And everybody claimed to have done some MMA on the side at some point. You don't know how real it is. Maybe it's just like it's the new karate, but it seems like it's working for people out here.
I think that's all I want to learn. I'm gonna go to the UFC gym or the MMA gym, and I'm gonna be like, teach me the rear naked choke. That's all I want to learn. I'll be good to go if I got that.
And all these people, look, hey, real talk. All these MMA fighters, they're all on steroids. I hate to break it to you, they're on some kind of performance enhancing drug for sure. 1 billion %. You can do all the HGH you want, they ain't gonna say nothing. Do some cocaine like Bones Jones, and you'll get busted and popped. But man, even the women, they're juicing too, man. So you don't want to mess with none of these people because they jacked up, man. They crazy.
You didn't answer the question. As the man who never loses at anything, would you be able to take a chick that's a UFC fighter, 155 pounds?
Oh, I did answer the question when I told you that I would get choked out by the rear naked choke. Ain't no way I'll be able to handle it. I know that my choke defense is just no good. If it was just a hand-to-hand combat, I might have a shot. But with all these takedowns and chokes and knee-toe twists, nah, man, I don't got a chance.
I feel you. Yep. I just want to learn a couple moves where I can break a finger, bend your hand back, and then we done fighting. I ain't got time for it. I only got 1 minute of energy, player. I need to finish this fight quickly. Last story.
All right, let's do it.
This is Paul's story.
Oh, yeah.
Paul said, would Ryan rock the Ray J glasses? And of course, when I first read this, I was like, Paul, what is this? This is stupid. Why is this in the notes? And then he put up the YouTube clip. Go ahead.
Yeah, so this was before Christmas. This is over the holiday break. But Ray J, he was on the Breakfast Club. I don't watch the Breakfast Club, but this went viral. So Ray J was on there, doing his Ray J thing. I'll give it to Ray J. He's had a couple hits. He's had a couple bangers. Let's be honest. Sexy Can I? Yeah, word. I mean, he's had some hits. He's maintained notoriety throughout the years. I'm sure he's doing, it's better than working a 9-to-5 job. He's definitely doing better than Lil Bow Wow on these streets. But he was on the Breakfast Club, and I don't know what the whole interview was about, but there was a part where he was basically, he's gotten into some business promoting or making some kind of real eyeglasses for people. But the trick is that unlike the Dwayne Wayne glasses from Different World, which again, we're dating ourselves with that reference, but these glasses, the front tips down. And so it became like a little viral meme where he was showing off the glasses and how they function. And so, as the resident eyeglass wearer of the Black Delegates, Ish, I don't know if you wear glasses or contact. I'm assuming no. But Ryan does. So I just want to know, would Ryan rock these?
Ish, do you think I would rock those?
Yes, I do. Absolutely.
Do you for real?
I 100% think you would as well.
And Paul think I would too. Okay. My answer is, man, no, because I can't see at all. So there'd be no reason for me to pull my glasses down. I ain't wearing bifocals. It's not like that. I need these 100% of the time. So nah, I can't rock them. But I will say that's a great idea, because if you got some reading glasses, you could tilt them back and forth. That's great, because everybody that wears reading glasses, you see them at church, they got to constantly keep taking them off. They got to keep pulling them off and doing something with them. They got to sit them down, then they can't find them. Where my glasses at? So you don't have to worry about that if you can just tilt them down, tilt them back up. Ray J has a little business. I know he has something going with like a bike. He had like a bike companies. They was making bikes. Yeah, so he's into some stuff, man. He knows some people. I think he's just one of them people that everybody likes for some reason. They like being around him. Therefore, he's exposed to all kind of stuff. Baby was asking him like for advice on his documentary. If you saw that show they had a while ago, I don't know how Ray J got involved, but yeah, that dude, he's some kind of way. He's got some good ideas, man. I think it'll work.
Look, man, I could see you wearing them because, like, I could see you on the up there, giving your sermon or whatever like that, and for emphasis. It's for all. The glasses are all about emphasis, man. You can, but with these glasses, you can flick them down to make a serious point. Like you just pop them down. Like you hear what I'm saying to y'all, family? You hear what I'm saying? And then pop it down, and that lets them know, hey, you mean business.
But when I flip mine down, everybody would disappear. So no.
That's fine, but your point is no. It's like when people take, you be in meetings. I'll be in meetings with people. And they take they're talking about something, we're debating something. They take the glasses off and they start using the glasses for like emphasis, like taking the little point of the thing and like pointing in the air.
Put it in your mouth.
Yeah, that's like make a point, man. So I'm saying you could use this to your advantage, Ron. You don't need to see in that.
I've never done
moment.
That. I've never done that.
You never take the glass off and chew on the tip. Oh, that's right, because you can't see. You really can't see.
I for real can't see, so I get no reason to take them off. I could super glue them to my face, and it'd probably be more convenient for me.
Can we give a spoiler the one and talk about Bird Box and how me and Ryan were debating whether we would survive Bird Box because we can't see?
We talked about it last week. But the one thing that I do like that he said was, he was like, if you ever want to lay down on your pillow and keep your glasses on, he's like, you could just fold down one of the arms. Now that's a possibility.
Yo, man, they don't make glasses like that.
Sometimes you want to lay down and watch TV, man, sideways or something, but you can't because your glasses in the way.
No, they make glasses like that already. They're called the brand I got is called Stark, because the last pair of glasses I got, the kid destroyed. So I got these the newest pair I got. Like basically you can like turn. It's not like that flexible stuff. You ever talk? You know what I'm talking about, Ryan? They got those flexi glasses. You ever seen those?
Okay.
They got like ones you can basically do like a curly Q on the ends or twist the where the nose is at. You can just twist that all the way like 180 degrees and it won't break. They got a material that for years, because I used to have a pair of glasses like that back in the day, but they got this new ones that are like hard frame, but like the place where the glasses bend, like it's got like some kind of like joint, but it bends wherever it wants. So you can lay in bed and it won't crack or bend out of place and stuff like that. They got that. It's like regular now. So that's the kind I got. So the kid can't break my glasses no more.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I'm good. I've learned to protect my glasses. I don't need all that extra stuff, but it is what it is.
So Ryan will have the Ray J glasses in a few weeks. We know this.
I'll definitely invest in them. I'm gonna have to look them up.
Well, hey, there
see
you go,
what company
man.
that is.
And these are, we've been saying Ray J glasses. And Ray J, I'm assuming he has some type of investment in it. The fact that he was on the radio pushing them like that. But it says sisters Jenny Hutt and Stacy Fritz are actually the people who started the company. They named the company after their mother, Bunny Koppelman. So they're the ones who started. I'm guessing Ray J probably has some type of investment in it. And Paul, you were talking about me with glasses. I actually do have a prescription for glasses, but I never really wear them because I don't really need them.
Oh, you trash.
I wear them if I'm sitting down. Sometimes on Wednesdays, I work all day. Sometimes if I'm sitting down looking at a computer or reading something for literally hours on hours, I'll put them on. But I generally don't wear them. But when I do put them on, they help me see things sharper. So like if I'm at a drive-thru, you know how now at the drive-thru they got the drinks, where you could barely see them. Mm-hmm. If I put on the glasses, I can see them clearly. But I only wear those. Literally, I probably wear those 3, maybe 4 days out the year.
Well, when it'd be nice. Yo, I'm gonna get the LASIK soon. I've been considering.
I've been thinking about it, man.
I'm gonna get it. Yeah, man. I got to get over the laser thing, but
I'm scared though because it might be Bird Box for real if I get that. So I can't take the chance that somebody might punch the wrong number in, dog, and it's over.
Yo, man.
Now, I don't want to give up sight. I would rather give up my hearing, and I ain't got to hear nobody.
Yo, man, if Bird Box really happens, I'm not even gonna try to go up in the house, man. Just it's all gonna be over in 30 seconds anyway. So I'm cool, man. I'll just be out there looking at the sun, just taking it all in, chilling for the rapture. That's it, man. Ain't gotta worry about me.
If Bird Box come, I'm just putting on my VR glasses, and I'm gonna live in the VR world.
That is dumb. You're gonna die immediately. Dude fell off a ravine.
That is interesting. Like, what happens what if they had like night vision goggles? Could they go outside then and walk around? Like,
you can't see nothing. You couldn't even look at the monitor. He looked at the computer monitor.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that part.
Yeah. Spoilers, my bad.
Yo, all I want to know is how.
But they proved that you can't look at no monitor, and he had night vision on that too.
Yo, all from that movie. Can we just talk about the movie 1 second? I don't want to get too deep into it, but the black dude, like, how was my man in one house for 5 years with the family that they were raising? Man just stayed buff as hell and had a crispy fade the whole time, man. How does man have a crispy fade? And yo, the man's name is a black dude named Tom. There's no black dudes that look like that named Tom. Ever. Dudes named Tom.
Well, first of all, Sandra Bullock pulled up and he immediately went into Mac mode. Word. He didn't waste no time. He was like, "Look, this is the end. I'm finding me a girl.
I'm helping you raise these babies
until
right
I die."
Here.
Right. He was listening to her stomach like within the first 4 hours. Let me see what the baby sound like. What are you doing, dog? Like he was immediately on her. So
but remember,
go ahead.
Remember, they did go to the store. So when they went to the store to get all that stuff, he saw them wall clippers on there. He went ahead and picked those up. He's like, "Look, I don't know when the next time." He grabbed the wall joints. And if you got 5 years, hey, you got time to investigate and play around with that fade.
There's zero electricity.
My man,
no, they had electricity.
No, they wouldn't have because everything would go down. People have to keep pressing the button.
Suspend your brain. But yo, my man had
They were looking at the video camera. They had electricity. They had refrigerators.
Just for a little bit.
They did.
Just for a little bit. No, they had but 5 years later, you don't.
I think they did, man. I think they still did. But
if we in real life, if you within 30 days, all the power would go out. Nothing would be left. It would turn off.
Look, man. All I know is
if I'm come cut it off, man.
Look, man, power or not, if I'm stuck in a house for 5 years with my family and I can't go outside for no reason at all, look, I'm not shaving. I'm not doing. Look, I'm gonna look like Samuel L. Jackson in Black Snake Moan. I'm gonna look crazy as hell, man.
We know Paul gonna be musty in the mug too.
That's right.
Oh, that's all. Look, that's day one. That's what the AC is still kicking. I'm gonna be musty. So 5 years later, oh man, everybody in trouble.
This dude musty in the apocalypse.
Hey, I'm musty in real life now.
The little blind box, little demon monster just gonna leave him alone. Like, nah, don't even worry about it.
Like, whoa, did you smell yourself? You ain't got no deodorant?
Y'all shit, man.
Paul is the cure for Bird Box.
All right, so
All right, let's
we're
shut
gonna
it
wrap it up right here, fellas. So
Yeah.
it's been a fun one. Ishmael, if people enjoyed our show and they would like to comment or subscribe or share the program, where can they find us?
Yeah, you
Or
can
contact
definitely
us?
find us all over the social media. We are on Twitter and Instagram at Black Delegates. There's an underscore between Black and Delegates. You can find us on Facebook. We have a page there. If you want to follow the Black Ryan on Twitter, he is at the Black Ryan. Boxed Wine Poppy is at Boxed Wine Poppy. And I'm on Instagram and Twitter at Ish Creates. That's ISH Creates. Or if you want to email us with a show suggestion, if you got a comment about whatever we saying, hit us up at theblackdelegatespod@gmail.com. Paul, if people want to help out the show, what can they do?
Yo, rate and review us on your whatever site you're listening to podcasts, and also tell a friend, man. That's what we want you to do. And also give me some deodorant recommendations, man, because I could be using a new brand. So hit me up. I'm a right guard man myself.
Try that Dove spray, bruh. Non-irritant. That's the way to go.
All right, I'm gonna have to look for this.
Do what you got to do. So with that being said, I'm gonna cut that out. So see y'all next week. Peace.
Peace.